Let's discuss with Michael Savage, host of the Michael Savage podcast and a National Radio Hall of Famer and author of Our Fight for America, The War Continues. Dr. Savage, great to see you tonight, my friend. So during his testimony, Mayorkas claimed he wasn't even aware of Jankowicz's past statements. Do you buy that for 1 minute, that the DHS secretary didn't know about who he was hiring?
Logan, this is a subject that's near and dear to my heart. Thanks for having me on Newsmax TV. I'm the only American broadcaster banned in Britain for things I said and didn't say. People forget I was the first one canceled. They talk about cancel a comedian. Screw comedians, they're nobodies. How about commentators like myself who can't enter England because they smeared me and made stuff up about me? But forget about me for a minute. This girl, Jankowicz, is the most dangerous creature they've come up with yet out of the swamp. And I'm going to entitle today's show, for me, my part, Logan, something I coined years ago called Big Sis is Amiss. I came up with it years ago during the Obama years as a takeoff on Big Brother. We're not being run by Big Brother. We're being run by Big Sis. And Big Sis is amiss. This Information Governance Board is a left-wing fascistic think tank, is what it is. Let me say this, and I'll be very clear about it to everyone listening. Whatever the number of people are listening, these words should travel throughout the world. The Biden gang is moving our nation backwards into the dark ages. Uncensored speech is being destroyed. The lights are going out. The deprivation of free speech is prevalent under these fascists. This is a cult of lies and a cult of war. The conception of the Biden gang is that the citizen belongs to the state, and tolerating no opinions but their own and feeding on hatred. We must resist the fear of speaking and expressing ourselves, the fear which now darkens the sunlight of freedom in America. I don't believe a word that Mayorkas said. This whole group was created for one reason, which was to intimidate people into speaking out against the hordes of illegal aliens that they're bringing into America. And I'll call them what they are. Hordes of illegal aliens. It's an army largely of single men, an army being swamped into America. And Logan, let me conclude this little diatribe with the following. No nation on earth has ever had its demographic changed without losing a war. We are being conquered from within by this gang called the Biden gang. We heard of the Biden-Monhoff gang. The Biden gang is far more deadly. They're trying to put the lights of freedom out in this nation, and they're using women. Big Sis is amiss, Logan. Thanks for letting me speak my piece.
Now, Dr. Savage, let's also talk about this defamation case playing out between Johnny Depp and his ex-wife, Amber Heard. Here's just a sample of some of the wildest moments so far.
I thought he was the love of my life. And he was. He was. But he was also this other thing. He was also this other thing. And that other thing was awful.
My side of the bed was human fecal matter.
Now, Dr. Savage, here's my take. I'm sure you're probably going to agree with this. I could care less about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. It's celebrities. It seems like they both did bad things to each other. This has nothing to do with inflation. This has nothing to do with the fact that Orthodox Jews and Asians are getting attacked in our cities. To me, this just seems like a distraction. What do you think of the media coverage of this entire case?
Well, they own the media, and they're probably doing this to keep their names relevant. You know, the real issue here is cameras in the courtroom. I'm actually in favor of cameras in the courtroom, but what this is going to do is encourage other failing celebrities to create cases for themselves that are quite extreme, which will require cameras in the courtroom so that we can watch them. And watching these two go at each other was like sniffing angel dust, according to what I read about angel dust. It is narcissism and exhibitionism given to us. It's the Ringling Brothers of the courtroom. It's ruining the family. It's ruining marriage. It's ruining our cities. It's ruining our nation. Why is anyone watching this? For distraction. They're both rich and famous. Neither of them is innocent. And as I said earlier in the week, it was a draw. They both drew blood. I watched both of them. They both drew blood. Their careers were already tumbling. And so now we can't wait to see them in their next movie to see how they look. This is a great PR stunt. It's a result of cameras in the courtroom.
Dr. Michael Savage, thank you so much for your time tonight. And we always enjoy having you here on The Count. So thanks for being with us.
Logan, remember, I'm the only one in the American media canceled in an entire nation. They all cry about being canceled on Twitter, canceled on Facebook. I'm canceled in Britain for things I didn't even say.
Well, real quick on that, let's expand on that one quick moment. You were canceled because you essentially called out the jihadist threat, and they canceled you. They didn't allow you into Britain. And we saw that Colleyville synagogue hostage taker get in here in an inappropriate way, going through all the processes he should have to take people hostage in a synagogue as part of a terrorist cell in England. And for calling that out, you got banned from Britain. So
they put me on a list.
The story behind it.
They put me on a list in England, and they lumped me in with skinheads in Russia at the time, 2009, who had beaten people to death in the streets, foreigners that they didn't like. They took an American broadcaster and they smeared me, and it was done through Hillary Clinton, the best I can figure out. Big sis is Amiss. She worked with her friends in the British government to smear me and ban me from Britain. So I was the first major figure in the American media canceled by an entire nation. So when you hear about cancellation, I would hope that the people never forget my name, Michael Savage, and that I am still banned in Britain. And the terrible part of all of it, Logan, is I cannot go over there to enjoy the cuisine or get my teeth fixed. And they're well known for their dental work and their cuisine, aren't they?
I was about to say that you can get much better food, better beaches here in the U.S. That's why we fought the war in part, right?
That was a joke. That was a bad joke. Thanks for having me, Logan. I love Newsmax TV.
No hard feelings to the British people. Dr. Savage, thank you so much for your time.